Hi, and welcome back to my Unsung series where we explore the careers of 2000s artists, see where they are now and what went wrong. And this week we're going to focus on Teairra Marie. Now, because Teairra has stayed in the public eye, I have a lot of info on her, so this is probably going to be a two-part series. Teairra Marie Thomas was born December 2nd, 1987 in Detroit, Michigan. Her grandmother was a background singer for Aretha Franklin, and she attended the Detroit High School for Fine and Performing Arts. After L.A. Reid heard Teairra performing, he offered her a contract with Def Jam at age 16. Teairra was introduced to Jay-Z and worked with him in his first collaboration project since becoming president of Def Jam to create her debut single, Make Her Feel Good. And at this point, Teairra's deal became a joint venture between Def Jam and Rockefeller. Make Her Feel Good peaked at number 35 on the Billboard Hot 100. And as you can see, Jay-Z did call her the princess of the rock in the beginning of the video. But it is noted that the music video was heavily played on BET and rarely played on MTV. However, her second single, No Daddy's music video did see some success on MTV, reaching number 4 on the TRL countdown. There was some backlash about Teairra having a mature image and the fact that she has some explicit language in her album and she was only 16 years old. You can see here someone is defending her, basically saying people are paying too much attention to the video and not the words, and that the song was basically taken the wrong way. And that kind of continues to happen through Teairra's career. Shortly after, her third single, Phone Booth, was released to radio and received a lukewarm response due to it not having a video or much promotion. Mama just pissed me off. I can't take no more. Can you come and get me from the phone booth? She's telling me to break up because you ain't gonna do nothing but hurt me. Come get me from the phone booth. Teairra's first album, Rockefeller Records Presents Teairra Marie, was released on August 2nd, 2005. The album reached number 5 on the Billboard 200, but the album had only sold 248,000 copies according to Nielsen SoundScan as of November 11, 2009. So that's 4 years later. A. Marie, Rihanna, and Teairra Marie performed Lose My Breath at the World Music Awards on August 31st, 2005 as a tribute to Destiny's Child. As you can see, Teairra came out in the middle and sang Beyonce's parts of the song. It has been said that at the time, L.A. Reid and Jay-Z believed that Teairra would be a bigger star than Rihanna. But after this performance, L.A. Reid said that Beyonce came up to him and told him that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And at this point, everything changed in his eyes. I'm not sure what Beyonce saw, and that's no shade to Rihanna. I love all three women performing music, but it's clear that Rihanna wasn't the standout for me in that performance or the general public. So you see a lot of these are like the top comments under the video. Some people said like Teairra's energy and confidence is amazing. 3 girls were competing for the top spot, and I did not see Riri getting that top spot. A. Marie has the strongest voice of the 3. I would have never thought that Rihanna would soar past Teairra the way she did. Teairra was definitely the best. It's sad that the industry couldn't support them all. Teairra and A. Marie are talented. And somebody said Beyonce knew exactly what she was doing when she told L.A. Reid she saw something in Riri. Basically, y'all know what they're insinuating right there. So Teairra began working on a second album that was supposed to be called Second Round at the time in 2006. Unfortunately, production was stopped in the middle of the album, and Teairra received a phone call from the label on the morning of her high school graduation to inform her that she was being dropped from the label.
I was in Detroit, and I just got a phone call. Like, I think I was getting ready for prom or something, and they were like, we're going to be letting you go. You're young. You have a bright future ahead of you. You know, the want talk. I was sad because Jay didn't call me himself. Jay Brown called me, and I was, confused. he was like a father figure at the time. But right now, I can't say that because I don't talk to him anymore, and he didn't even call me and tell me bye bye. So my album, I was talking like this grown up, who had been through, so much, like you said, from the streets and all this stuff, which I am. But marketing wise, I think that they tried to market me for younger girls. But that's impossible if I have a parental advisory sticker on my album, you know what I'm saying? So I think that that was a big mistake. I wasn't able to purchase the album because of the sticker.
In 2008, Teairra signed a development deal with For Real under the wing of Kuda Love. Now, this is Kuda Love. He's Nelly's former manager and bodyguard. He was Nelly's manager at the time of Dilemma, and he ended up dating Kelly Rowland from this. Kelly Rowland later did a song called Dirty Laundry, where she was exposing how she got abused for years and none of the public knew, but people in the industry knew. And it came out that it was allegedly about him. So just keep that in mind because it just shows the kind of abusive people that Teairra was around throughout her career. So at this point, she continues to work on the new album, which is now going to be called At That Point. She releases 3 singles for the album: Hunt for You featuring Pleasure P, Cause a Scene featuring Flow Rider, and my personal favorite Teairra Marie song, Sponsor, featuring Gucci Mane and Soulja Boy. So Sponsor was another song by Teairra that got that same backlash that I felt was kind of weird. So BET banned Soulja Boy in her video for Sponsor, and they basically said that it teaches women to get paid for sex and relations with men. Teairra felt like this was a double standard. So to me, I feel like, number one, back then there was a whole lot of men making songs about like paying for cat and stuff like that and just tricking to get it and stuff like that. Like that was a thing already. And then there wasn't people like the City Girls yet, but there was people like Trina, and y'all was playing Trina and letting Trina rock, letting Kim rock. And then fast forward, now the City Girls are a thing and everybody else is rapping about getting money from men. So I don't really see what BET's specific problem with her was, but that's wild to me. The album At That Point was scheduled for release in the summer of 2010, but was eventually shelved due to many of its tracks being leaked online. Teairra decided to release the singles along with other leaked songs and new songs on a series of mixtapes. Now, at this point, it seems to me like Teairra split ways with Kuda Love and For Real, and she signed a deal with Rico Love and Division 1 in 2011. Her first mixtape, Don't Make Me Cause a Scene, was released featuring Sponsor, Automatic featuring Nicki Minaj, and more. Her second album, Point of No Return, was released on August 7th, 2010, and contained some of the leaked songs from the shelved album. And then the rest of the shelved album was released on a digital EP called Sincerely Yours on August 17th, 2010. Teairra's third mixtape was a Christmas mixtape called The Night Before Christmas, and it was released on Christmas Eve 2010. And in May 2011, Teairra's fourth mixtape, Now or Never, was released. Unfortunately, Teairra never released her second studio album, but she did get into acting and reality TV and continued to release more music, which we're going to get into in part 2. So come over and meet me over there, guys.